It's time for a change. Come and be transformed in His presence.
Some of the most amazing times happen when we're in the presence of the Lord. The Well wants to invite you to gatherings for the next 7 Sundays called Altar Encounters. In God's presence, let Him alter you. Alter your response, alter your perspective, alter your ways, alter your relationship with Him. And it takes place at these encounters. Join us from now until February 19th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. You want to be there. Let God alter you.
These altar moments are personal. Come worship and put your life on the altar. Sundays 6 to 7:30 p.m. Childcare will not be provided. All children must be supervised. It's time.
Welcome to Sugar Crush. What is today? It's today, Tuesday. Hi, how y'all doing today? Come on in, say hello. Let me know that you're there. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to see y'all. I'm so happy to see y'all. It's Amanda. Hey, Amanda girl. What's going on? Hey, girl. Kirsten, Belinda, roll call. I'm looking. Hey, good evening. Hello. I want to welcome you to a special day. It's very, very special today. We're going to be talking about one of our favorite things, which is candy and sugar. And we're going through a divorce. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go through a divorce. Monica's here with us today. And before we dive into that, I need you to like and share this. I'm going to do that too because I forget. Like right now, I forgot I need to turn my phone down and make sure to put it on Do Not Disturb because I have a daughter who will call at any time, anywhere. She don't care. She just doesn't care. I mean, how many of y'all, do y'all have kids like that? Is that just me? All right, let me share it. And then you share it too, because we got some special stuff going on. And I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing on the fast? Are you crushing it? See what I did there? Oh, wait a minute. See what I did there? Wait. Which way is it? There. All right. See what I did there? Okay. We're going to have a good time tonight. I really think that it's going to be a blessing to your life. So I need you to share this in your story, this on your pages, share this with your mama and your cousins and them. Just share this. Can you hear me, Monica?
Yes, I can.
How are you doing on the fast?
Doing good. Can we just celebrate, you guys, that week 1 is done? We have officially turned a corner. This is the first day of week 2. So give yourself a pat on the back. Congratulate yourself that you have done 7 days of this 7-week fast.
Yes.
It's important to celebrate your successes and just having the desire to do the fast and to do it together. Congratulations, everybody. So it's a fun thing to kick off this fresh week with this special Sugar Crush segment.
I know, right? Because it's going to be bomb. Let me see. Oh my goodness, we got so many people in here. Let me say hello. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how you doing on the fast? And then we got and okay. Good evening. Nobody's really answered the question yet. So let me put the question back up there. Okay. Let me see what else is going on here. Oh my goodness. Yes, they're sharing. Thank you so very much. Okay, I got a 9. Ooh. Come on. All right, Vicky. I see you. All right. I'm going to do a few announcements and then we're going to jump right in because we're not going to be before you long. So if you know somebody that's normally on, please contact them and tell them, hey, jump on because we have a special night tonight. I see sevens. I see eights. I see sevens. Very, very, very good. All right. She said it's a 6 today. What'd you do? Eat some ribs or something? All right. Let me see here. Hey, Miss Mason, how you doing? Okay, somebody else said they're doing well. Okay, 8.5. I'm assuming that point 0.5 was bread or something. I don't know. I don't know what Brenda's over there doing, but tonight we are in for a treat. This is day 8, and we will be talking about the Sugar Crush. And I am excited about that. Many of you have been a part of the Well for a while, and you know that we normally do different kinds of events and things like that. So I would be remiss before I hand things over to Monica not to remind you, first of all, about the Victory Fast and how long it lasts. This says February 14th. It's actually the 21st. But who's counting? Anyway, and then we have the altar encounters every Sunday. We just did our first one this past Sunday, and we will be back every Sunday until the 19th. So I would encourage you to be a part of that. Come on out. We love to meet you and get to know you and sit and chat with you for a while. That's at New Life Town Center, 420 Thalia, which is right off of Virginia Beach Boulevard, and you don't want to miss that. That's on Sundays from 6 to 7:30. No, it is not live. And I'm thankful about it because live takes a lot of work. And you know, I find myself catching the attitude like they want me to go live while they sit at home. I'm not doing it, Jesus, not this time. So anyway, but the live is really, you know, you have to keep it going. You have to make sure that the connections, it's just a lot for a couple of people. But if you want to come out in person, we would love to have you and have you hang out with us. One of the things that I'm excited about tonight is that we're going to have some, I call her a guest, but she's not a guest, she's family. And Jackie's going to be joining us in just a moment. But I would like to let you know, for those of you who have been following Jackie, that Jackie will be at our retreat. Yay! She's going to be at the retreat. So I do want to talk to you all about a few of those things. We have the retreat that's coming up, and that's going to be coming up really, really soon. I also want to put up here, anytime you want to find out anything about the well, you can simply scan these QR codes. You don't have to do that now, but you can go back later and check those things out. It will give you everything, our LinkedIn page, everything that you need to know is right there. Okay. But let's get to these retreats. Our retreat Come Away is coming up in March, and the every week there are just a few more seats. And so I'm really looking, Monica, to see who's going to get these last rooms that we have available. It is from a Sunday to Tuesday, and those are all of the guests. Not everyone on there is speaking, but everyone on there will be doing something that's going to enhance your life. So it is going to be an amazing, amazing time. And then for those of you who don't know, we do have Men of Progress at the well. That I think that every time I've ever heard the story of the woman at the well, it's about her and Jesus. Nobody talks about the disciples who didn't think that she was worth the time. Nobody talks about the men who had their way with her. Nobody talks about the men at the well. But let me tell you something. They were in progress too. They were in a process with God. And so are these men. That's led by my husband. So if you're interested or you know someone, it's a man that would be interested. It's men only. Don't y'all go over there looking for a husband. It's for men only. And so just join us there. And I think that's it. Without further ado, what I want to do is I want to introduce to you and to reintroduce to some of you who may not know, is that we have a wellness portion of the well, get it, wellness portion of the well, called Pray, Eat, Live Well. You've seen Takira posting because she talks about the mental health, but for the last year or more, Jackie has been teaching Pray, Eat, Live Well in the form of recipes and all of those things. I want to invite to the platform Jackie. Hello, hello. I'm so glad that you're with us. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun.
I'm so happy to be here.
I know.
And
Oh
day
my gosh.
8, amazing. Amazing. It's
Aw.
fantastic that you're going 7 weeks. Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes. We have to go 7 weeks because God is doing something. And I remember when I was really in my transformative stages, Jackie, that the Lord would say, my spiritual dad had taught us that it takes 21 days to break a habit and form a new one. And I think that, that 21-day fast is great. But for some people, once they break the habit, they go back to it.
Right.
So the way that this fast is set up is that the first portion, you're doing a lot of breaking. And then the second portion, you can begin to modify and reinstate some of those things in a way that is healthy and also challenging for you. So I'm excited about you being here. I think that you are just a gem of a woman, and you just know what you're doing. And so we are at your mercy. We got Nikki on there clapping. You really made a difference in Nikki's life and in her brother's life. And there are just so many testimonies, Jackie, about what you have done. And so it's been really, really good. We've got Pastor Crystal on the line. Belinda says she'll be there on Sunday. So there are just a lot of folks in the chat that will talk back to you. One of the things that I wanted to make sure to point out to everyone before I got off of the chat was the fact that Jackie has done a lot of work. Girl, you was working. Because when I saw in the link, you will be receiving a browser, and I'm sorry, a link in the chat. You'll be receiving a link to a wonderful, wonderful book. It's got 40 pages to it. It's a booklet. That thing is a novel with all these different wonderful recipes and things like that. And I'm sure that you'll get into it. You'll hear a lot of things in the background at my house because my daughter has come over to cook because we are all fasting together. So I'm going to make sure to keep my stuff on mute. But I wanted to just make sure to give you guys a little glimpse of how beautiful this woman's booklet is and all of these beautiful. Now, I have to be honest, I was a little biased. I grabbed stuff that I was interested in, like, like the banana and like it was just all so good. It just looked good. But look at that one. Look at that. And I have shrimp in my freezer right now. It's calling me. So anyway, so what I want to do is I want to hand it over to Monica. Let you and Monica talk it out and everything, and I'll peep in back and forth. Monica, if you need me, text me. If you don't see me in the green room, but I am excited. And for those of you who know that you want to do what God has called you to do, you want to be a part of this fast, you want to be a part of what God is doing, then I would encourage you to not only share this, but invite a friend. If you know someone that is struggling health-wise, this is the woman to follow. So without further ado, I'm going to let you guys have at it. And welcome. I'm just so excited. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you. Yes, Monica.
Welcome, Jackie. This is so fun. And I concur with Pastor Nina. When you guys open this booklet that she's created, it's amazing. I personally have printed mine out. I did print it out in black and white. I save everything Jackie does on my Google Drive to make sure that I have access to it. And, sometimes we have access to resources that we should be utilizing more of and more often. And Jackie, I have to tell you that in my health journey, the Lord reminded me of all of your work and all of the things I have saved on the drive. Monica, he says you need to go back and read the recipes and print them out, start implementing them more. I'm thankful for the 7 days we have already accomplished in this fast. You guys tell us in the chat, for most of us, such as myself, this is the first time the Lord's asked me to kind of do a progressive fast. And the first item he told me to cut out was sugar. So I'm happy to be on what I call this side of getting past withdrawals, headaches, making sure I'm hydrated to kind of do that. But I know, Jackie, it really is the information and things you're going to share with us tonight. I'm excited about, because I need to know from you, like, what to add to my diet. How do we crush sugar? So for those of you who don't know Jackie, tell us a little bit about, like, you're meeting friends for the first time, so we can get everybody who doesn't know you to know a little bit about you.
Well, hi. So I live in New Jersey, and I have one amazing husband. I have 3 amazing adult sons, and I now have a brand new granddaughter who's 2 months old. And life is good in New Jersey. I'm a realtor by day. I'm a prayer warrior throughout the day. And my passion has always been healing foods, foods that God has created here on earth for us, from when I was 7 years old until now being 61 and sensational. It's constantly downloading and leading me in paths and connecting me with people, and just enriching that desire in my heart to learn as much as I can to help everybody else just to live a better life through what he's already established here for us. And so I had the fortunate meeting of Pastor Nina on Clubhouse, and nothing in life just happens. And we connected, and I love her passion for the Lord and the way that she teaches and leads. And she was able, she lifted me up and said, I want you to share this with my global group. So I'm honored to be here and to share with all of you.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, that is a treasure to have such a heart conviction, lifestyle implementation at such a young age, something that is definitely needed. And, as time goes on and we have environmental things that affect our health, as well as family culture and diets and genetics and all these kinds of things, I can't say that. I have a lot of family history of diabetes and all of this. I know for me, I just want to share quickly, I had done some praying and research for myself and my family, like you, being an intercessor and trying to break strongholds and things for health. And I learned that diabetes, that the spiritual root of it is deep, deep sorrow, and that you're longing to feel something. So you're desiring sweet things to fill a void that only Jesus is going to be able to fill. I'm grateful for that, because it no longer rules my mind, my emotions, how I eat. I have healthy things in my refrigerator. I don't keep sugar at all in my house. But we just came through the holidays, and I spent time with family members who their love language is baking. So, and so in order to spend time with them, indulged in things, and there are always consequences for me personally when I do that. So I'm looking forward to the information you're going to share, and I'm happy now, as I said, to start this endeavor of lifestyle. Yes, for the 7 weeks, like Pastor Nina said, 21 days to break a habit, but then we need to replace it with healthy habits. And that's why I love everything that you do, because you empower us with that information.
So I love the fact that you're all, it's a 7 week, because quite honestly, a true sugar crush takes about 8 weeks for it to happen. So we're all right in line with what's going on here. For me, I kind of got this prompting, this download early in November, and it was just like, you need to talk about removing sugar. They need to understand the power that sugar has over their body. and what it does, how it destroys, how it creates the dis-ease in their body, and that they don't need it. The body doesn't need sugar. The body already produces its own level of sugars within it. And when we'll talk about like weapons of warfare. And for me, that's the food and beverage industry, because if we look at scales over the past 30 years, the weight has increased, obesity has increased, diabetes has increased, child diabetes has increased, our weight itself has increased. Years ago, women were smaller. The smaller waist. We were more active. We were doing things differently. We didn't have fast, convenient foods. You know, God love Colonel Sanders. He's the one that founded fast foods, which is actually when women started to go back to work and didn't have that time any longer.
Yes.
And then the food industry decided, well, listen, we need bigger, better, faster. Let me take the nutrition out. And when I take the expensive items out, the only way to make it taste good is through sugar. So God created good sugars for us. This, for me, the sugar crush is to try and remove as much sugar out of our diet, our meal plan, our lifestyle, all of the added sugars, because there's enough natural sugars that the body will have and will respond to. So the good news is you hit your 3-day mark. So for those that are just going to be joining, I will share that the first couple of days are going to be your hardest days. I'm not speaking that into existence. I'm telling you what to expect, because when we know what to expect, all of a sudden it's not so mysterious. It's not so scary anymore, right? So you will get tired. And if you get tired, take a rest, take a nap. Don't plan big social events and think that you're going to be Superwoman or Superman. You don't need to be. Why put yourself in an environment when you've already committed that you're going to make a shift here, you're going to make a change, right? So simple things like just picking up whatever you're buying. If you're buying something that's been manufactured, that man's hands have gotten onto, and see what the sugar content is. Because up front, it may say good, it may say natural, it may say healthy, but if you turn around, it's going to tell you exactly how many sugars are in here. And I just happened to pick up this today, which is a barbecue sauce, because suffering in life is optional. We don't have to suffer through this while we get rid of it. We just find new, better, best alternatives. This happens to have 1 gram of sugar. It's a barbecue sauce. Who doesn't love barbecue sauce? But if you look at other barbecue sauces, they'll have about 40 grams of sugar. This one has 1, and it's coming from date sweetness, which also is going to have fiber in it. But the average individual eats between 50 and 70 teaspoons of sugar a day, where by rights, a woman should only have about 6 teaspoons, a child should only have about 4, and a man should only have about 9. And again, in an apple, there's 20 grams of sugar. However, there's fiber in here, and there's nutrition in here, and there's skin that has pectin on it. So there's all these good things that are going to balance out the sugar that's in here. So this is a great snack at night. Apple with a little bit of almond butter on it.
Yes.
The plan that I put in place, and again, if they download my 40 pages of information, which, yes, Pastor Nina, I worked very hard on it. I gleaned from several different experts in the industry. Dr. Hammond, Dr. William Lai, Dr. Ammon, who does the Daniel cleanse, Cheryl Williams, just lots of experts, and really found that the best things that we can do for the first 7 days is just to eat the whole foods. Try not to buy anything that's been packaged or processed, and eat more fats. More fat is going to make the brain happier, because the brain is 60% fat. So when we're like, for instance, eating low fat yogurt or skim milk, skim are
There
we
we go.
there?
Yes.
Okay.
Froze just for a moment. Keep on going. And so adding the fats, you're saying, helps us be satiated. It makes
Yes.
the brain happy. And so having that almond butter is going to help balance the natural sugars along with the fiber and make us overall happier and able to. I know almond butter and apples was one of the snacks that helped me
Yeah.
wean sugar out of my lifestyle.
Yeah. Almond butter. I went to Whole Foods yesterday and they have you make your own. And what's in here is ground almonds. That's it. That's not citric acid, not
Yes.
sugar, not additives, natural almonds.
And Costco is where I buy almond butter. If you don't have a Whole Foods or something like that, Smucker's makes a natural peanut butter or butter that's just nuts, and that's it, a little tiny bit of salt. So you can shop wiser and find those ingredients these days in almost every supermarket.
yes. So you want to set yourself up for success. You want to have a meal plan, which again, I created a 7-day meal plan, giving you a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And most of the recipes are in that booklet. And if they're not, then they've already been posted on the Facebook page, or they'll be demonstrated over the next 7 days. And each day I'll have a different topic to share with people, like working through those cravings. What do I do? Well, maybe you go for a walk. Because the craving, much like an emotion, it's going to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you've got the mind of Christ, so therefore you can work through this. Although food addiction and sugar addiction is a very real thing. Sugar is more addictive, than 8 times more addictive than cocaine or heroin.
Wow.
And they do all these different studies to show it, where they will have a rat that's addicted to heroin and cocaine, and yet they'll start to feed it sugar water. They'll put it in a pool of milk and sugar. And when they ask the rat basically which direction it wants, if it wants the heroin or wants more of the sugar milk, it goes for the sugar milk. So it's uber addictive, and your feelings and your cravings are very real. But after that 3-day mark, it's going to get much easier. And you just said celebrate when we first came in. You said to celebrate the fact that you're at day 8. Absolutely. Celebrate every day. Give yourself some sort of reward, because it'll click with the brain. And much like Pablo's dog, right? At the end of the day, I'm going to reward myself. I'm going to do something really good. So something that I love to tell folks to do is take an Epsom salt bath at night. And I know some may have little children or what have you, but take 30 minutes for yourself and soak in a hot tub with some nice Epsom salt, because that's going to help draw toxins out of your body. And maybe put a little bit of lavender oil in there, because it's going to calm you down. And then you'll be able to get in bed and you're going to sleep through the night. Because again, removing sugar, there's benefits to taking the sugar out of your body. You will start to sleep better throughout the evening. You won't get up as much in the middle of the night to urinate, because everything's just going to be flowing properly. Your skin is going to start to have this healthy glow to it. One of the best things that I like is my full face, my chubby cheeks, they go down, and then all of a sudden I get my cheekbones back, and the body will just start to get tighter. And I encourage everybody, I say, measure yourself before you get started. Grab a measuring tape and measure several parts on your body, and then put it away. And then at the end of the 10 days, measure yourself again, because your inflammation is going to go down. Your joint pain is going to go away. The swelling is going to, it's all going to calm down. And I'd say, you've got 365 days in the year. This is 10 days. And after that, You get $3.55 to do whatever you want. But I guarantee you're going to feel so good. You're going to get that happy hormone as opposed to the spike and the stop, the spike and the stop. So eating more whole foods, prepare your meals. And if you're not so much of a foodie, either get with folks that are, and maybe you do the shopping and they do the preparing, or just keep it simple. You know, fish, veggies. I give great salad dressings because, a salad's okay, but it's the dressing that really matters. So, make these things, maybe cook enough for 3.5 days and then do it again. Don't let yourself get hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Have your little snacks. In the package, there's a drink. It's called a Hunger Buster, and it's probably one of the sweeter ones in there. And I say this is like only in an emergency. This is like you're going to break the glass. I have to have it. So I've given you different things for wherever you are on this journey. The most important thing is that you say yes. I'm committing to this for the next 10 days. And write out why you're committing to it. What is your why?
That's good.
And then what do you expect? What do you expect? What do you put a demand on that the end of the 10 days you're going to have because you're that committed to it? I'm going to have better cholesterol. I'm going to have lower sugar numbers. I'm going to have true feelings of happiness. I'm going to have a better mindset. I'm going to have better control over my choices, which means that I'm not going to have these up and downs. I'm going to have steadiness, homeostasis. Those are all priceless things, right? To be able to get up in the morning and feel good and to be able to go to bed and sleep.
Absolutely. 2 things. I'm so thankful that you mentioned about the salt bath and just the aromatherapy aspect. I am one of those people. And so what really helped me when I took sugar out of my lifestyle as a general rule was peppermint spray, peppermint oil. And I would actually keep a vial of it in my car and in my kitchen. And if I felt a little bit of a headache coming on or something like that, I would spray it on my wrist, rub it on my temples, and it, energized me, refreshed me. I don't know. It just did, because it smells sweet for me physiologically. It's like it communicated with my brain a goodness, And
that's the olfactory nerve. That's in your nose, and of course it goes to the brain. Everything is firing and wiring in that brain, and with all that sugar, it's constantly firing and wiring, and we're burning out the nerve cells in the brain. So there's stats out there now saying that the older we get, the more weight that we gain, the smaller our brain becomes, and the less cognitive function that we have. So why are we gaining weight? We're gaining weight because we're eating all these added sugars, right? We're not adding them. The manufacturers are adding them. We're not processing them. We're over toxified here. And then we gain this weight. And then all of a sudden we have the onset of Alzheimer's. No. That is not our portion. Healing is our portion.
Amen.
And it starts with sugar.
Absolutely. And when you also said, don't allow yourself to get hungry, I called it front loading my nutrition. And I was a huge breakfast skipper previously being raised. I really did not eat breakfast before I went to school. So, the lunchroom meal at 10 a.m. to 11 was my first meal of the day. As I got older, as, a teenager, and was choosing that. So it was a bad habit that I had to break. And I know today, there's a lot out there about intermittent fasting and all of that. But when you're detoxifying, isn't it true, Jackie, that it's better to like you said, feed your body, make sure it's nourished, make sure you're
Yes.
getting it what it needs. That is not the time to start those kinds of methods, correct?
Correct. So what I will say is um, the protocol for our sugar crush is different than other protocols that I recommend throughout the year. Okay. Because again, suffering is optional. So I know that you need good fats. I know that you need more proteins because that's what's going to help keep you full, keep you satiated, keep your muscles going, keep your brain functioning. Okay. And you're not going to get that like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Sugar is what makes you fat. Fat does not make you fat. So on the meal plan, I have a breakfast. You know, I always say, you know, have your lemon water, have your green juice, and then
And Jackie mentioned have your lemon water, have your green juice, have your herbal teas, and
okay, there we go.
especially if you are taking medicines in the morning. Like I
Yeah.
take medication where I can't eat, but I have my lemon water and I add a little turmeric to it. And I've you know, acquired that taste. If I leave it out, I don't like it anymore. So,
Right.
you know, go ahead, Jackie. I was just filling in the gap there.
So I have recommended breakfasts. There's a high protein smoothie in here. Another day is a breakfast fried rice with a poached egg in it. And then I do have a pure green juice for somebody that maybe just wants the lighter day. A mushroom, spinach, avocado omelet. A paleo bread with almond butter. So still giving you things that are going to be really filling and satisfying, but again, portion control, and then eating a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, and a snack. And in between, you're hydrating. In between, you're going to have herbal teas because again, so I love these celestial teas. There's a raspberry zinger, and it's actually sweet. So maybe if you're somebody that likes to drink iced tea or sodas during the day, okay, just make a big batch of this tea. And it's lovely. It's once you get your mind wrapped around that I'm in this. This is my must. I'm gonna do this. And again, what your expectation is, what you're putting a demand on, it's all just gonna flow. It's all gonna flow. You have your meal plan set up for you. It doesn't have to be this, but similar to it, okay? And you know the day before, the night before, what you're going to have tomorrow. It's already planned out. And there's no, this is it because I'm committed for the next 10 days here. And then every night you're going to give yourself some sort of healing modality or treatment. Maybe one night when you're done, go for a mani or a pedi. Or maybe ask your loved one to rub your feet with different pressure points on your feet that help with detoxification and help with sugar cravings. But plan something every night or every day. Get up and go for a 9-minute walk, especially if it's cold out. That's the best. But see that you can see the sun and look into the sun because we're so deprived of vitamin D. And vitamin D is a wonderful source. It's a healing source for the brain as well as anxiety and depression. And the best way to get that vitamin D is from the sun. I've also given some suggested supplements in the booklet, again, that help with the sugar cravings, help with resetting the body. Fish oils, omega oils are wonderful. They're so good for your liver, your kidney, your skin. So there's a little bit of everything in this booklet. And again, I'll be live every day at 4:00, showing you a new meal, a new dressing, a new tip, trick, and then I have different topics. Like at some point, we're going to talk about the 60 names of sugar. So you know when you read that label, oh my God, well, I'm not buying that. you
Yeah,
know?
that's really what we need out there, because there's all these pseudo names that they name it, because if they just said sugar, you wouldn't buy it, right? So they camouflage it with all these other things. So I'm so excited that you're going to be sharing about that and just clarifying. Jackie, tell us a little bit about your group of where you're going to be doing these lives. So we have the booklet, you have your own group page, and this is where the lives are going to take place every day. I think you said 4 p.m. Eastern.
Right, every day, 4 p.m. Eastern, and they will be recorded. So if you're driving home from work later on, yada, yada. So it's in my Alkaline Living for Everyone Outstanding. That means you. Every day, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then I'm also going to post, because I will be in Clubhouse at 6 p.m. In the Kingdom Gospel Room. And I'll be there 7 nights out of the 10, where I'll have guest speakers with me as well. And one guest speaker is a therapist, so she's going to be talking about your mood and what sugar physically does to the brain. Next Wednesday, I have a hormone specialist coming live with me on my Facebook, so we can understand the hormones and how sugar affects the hormones and how to reset that. I have somebody else that's coming in who's a keto specialist, and I'm not keto. I'm maybe keto-ish, but to talk about the other alternative sugars. So right now, for these 10 days, I don't recommend like the stevia, or I never recommend Splenda or Sweet and Low. They still spike your sugar levels. They still talk to the brain and tell the brain, oh, okay, that was sweet. That was a charge. I'm down. I'm up. I'm down. So let's just work with our natural sugars that's in the food. One of the last things I'll say is, fruits are wonderful, but they are high in sugar. And what we're trying to do right now is reduce the spikes of sugar that we get. So lower sugar fruits like your berries, kiwi, apple, not pineapple, not mango, not even banana, even though I did put some banana recipes in here. You want to, maybe the banana's a little bit greener, but we just want to try and like take the sugar levels down as low as we can. And then after the 10 days, then we can start to add in other fruits, maybe go back to the dates, maybe a little bit of maple syrup. But for right now, we're just going to work with all whole natural foods.
And you're going to, in the process, we learn how to listen to our body and the feedback we get from our individual body as we do this sugar crush. And I love all of the educational components about what you're sharing, as well as, during this fast, it's fasting and prayer for us here at the Well Global Network. And so there's the Awaken podcast. The Well has a plethora of spiritual things. So when you mentioned the bath and you were talking about all the education, it's great to just put those things on and listen to them while you're soaking.
Yes.
Like, multitask. And we do have Brianna on our page, and she shared that eating 3 meals a day is very hard for her. What advice would you give someone that really all they can muster is probably 2 meals a day and a snack because they're a busy mom and they're a professional? What's your advice to her and people like her?
So my advice is always 2 things. 1, you're the smartest doctor in the room. And 2, this is your story. So you have to do what works for you. I was recommending the 3 meals and the snack because I don't want anybody to get hungry and then they get into a situation where they just grab what's there, and then they feel like, oh, well, I blew that. So no, there's no blowing this. If you know that 2 meals and a snack is sufficient for you because you know your body, then that's what you work with. You want to feel good during this. You want to feel good feeling bad up front. But then as you go, you're setting your new rhythm. You're going with your flow, because what works for my body isn't going to work for your body. I can go up until noon, sometimes 1 o'clock, without having anything other than either a cup of black coffee and water and or juice. Somebody else might get a migraine from that. So respect yourself, listen to what your body is saying, and you create your perfect storm for you and your lifestyle. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Bree, let us know if that advice helps you or anyone else. It is a personal thing. And so you have really empowered us. We're so looking forward. We're so grateful for all of the resources you've provided. And if you are doing this sugar crush, just say, I'm in. It's for me. I got to do it. It's time. And I am excited about the 7 weeks because we have this time to really adapt. And, we all want to fulfill this is the year of the set place where God is establishing for us to fulfill our kingdom purposes. And we
Yes.
want to be healthy enough, right? This vessel is our life suit. And how are we going to fulfill the calling and assignments that God has given each one of us? Because everyone has a gift.
Yes.
Everyone has a gift that they are designed divinely to share with the world. And how can we do that if our life suit is not cooperating and it isn't functioning for us to do that? So that's why it's so important. And so, Jackie, we just thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Pastor Nina, I know she's behind the scenes. She's the one making sure your comments are showing. We're just so excited. And like Pastor Nina said, your family, and we're blessed to have you at the well as a sister in Christ that loves the Lord divinely and can share all of this wealth of information with us.
I love this. I love all of you. And those glasses are something, Pastor. Let me tell you.
Oh, we can't hear yet.
I just wanted to do something fun because we're talking about like candy and, it's kind of like, I don't know, Willy Wonka-ish. Anyway,
I told her her earrings look like orange slices.
Yes. We're coming over. We're stepping we're stepping on the healthy side. But I'm telling you, this whole entire time of just hearing and being reminded about sugar, what it is not. I would love, yes, this 10 days is like the gun ho, but I would love to see us really incorporate this throughout the fast and see what God does with that. I am
Goosebumps. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
feel it. I feel it. And I think as one of the comments was about the support and having the support. It's something about doing it together as sisters. We're like, okay, we don't have to do this by ourselves. I think that really speaks to the community. And it starts tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Let me go get this. No, I'm just playing. I'm already off of sugar, but I just
tomorrow we kick it off. I did a live today just to do this, just to give everybody a heads up. And I've been posting recipes and posting information. So your arsenal is full. You have everything that you need. And between the prayer that's happening every night and the daily devotion, it's just, we have everything that we need. We just need to do it now.
Yeah.
And the scripture is clear. It says that God has given us everything we need pertaining to life and godliness. And I think that if I were to add anything to what's been said, it's a challenge for us not to speak death over ourselves. That as we are going about this, don't say stuff like, oh, well, I'm going to fast, but I know I'm not going to lose any weight, or I'm going to fast, but I doubt it makes a difference. And sometimes we counteract the supernatural things that God wants to do in our lives. And so I would just encourage you to pray. I spend some time in the presence of the Lord, just letting him deal with my body, deal with my mind. And I think that that's a good place to really start. So this has been just absolutely wonderful. I believe that everyone is just in awe about what God is doing. And again, if you need the booklet, it's in the comments, so you'll be able to find that there. But more than anything, we just want you to know that. And for some of you, you may say, I don't know about this sugar thing. Start with something. Even if it's, that like we'll pick on Sarah Net because she confessed it about all of the candy and all of the sugars and all of the things that she had, and how, that's the first thing that she did was she went to her office and gave away all of her snacks. Start somewhere. We've all got to start somewhere, and that's where I am. I'm like, Lord, I'm starting, and I want to see what you do with this. So I'm just really excited. We're gonna crush the sugar. We're gonna crush it, and I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Monica, do you have anything as we bring this meeting to a close?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness! Again, Jackie, thank you so much. Jackie's
Thank you.
program, Pray, Eat, and Live Well, will be back in March. Jackie will also be joining us at the retreat, so you'll get a chance to hug her neck and meet her. And I'm just hoping that we can get her to make some little fancy smancy things. One of the things that I asked her to make was, remember, Jackie, it was the drinks.
The
There was
watermelon drink?
Was it the watermelon one? Was that the one?
I think I did a watermelon mint and I did a blueberry lemonade, but I'm going to do whatever you want and then some.
So that's what we're looking at. We're really looking at just having a good time. Oh my goodness. We are really going to do that. You are so very welcome. Let me see. No more. Ouch. You know what? Bars for me. Okay. So everybody has something that they have to give up. But I just want to pray a blessing over everyone. Father, I thank you, first of all, for Jackie. I thank you, Lord God, for this calling. I thank you for the assignment that you placed on her life, Lord God. I pray that you would continue, Lord God, to lead and to guide her. Continue, Lord God, to make her strong in her body and in her mind. Touch her entire family, especially that new grandbaby, God, that, Father, that they too would know what it is to have health as a wealth, to be healthy and wealthy. Father, thank you for Monica and those that were on the live tonight. God, I just pray, Lord, that you would just encourage us all, equip us all as we go on this journey together in the name of Jesus. Amen and amen. I see Monica's hubby on there.
Oh, he does rub my feet. I'm grateful for that. And I see my Texas family have been on. Margaret, so good to see you.
I saw that. I saw Margaret on there. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey. Yeah, Jim, you teach these other husbands how to do right. Jim is a part of our Men of Progress with my husband. And yeah, so you just, I say you guys start a rub your wife's feet challenge and let's see who does the most. But tomorrow we'll be back again tomorrow, and we will be checking in on all of you to see how you did on your sugar crush and whether or not you need some help. But I encourage you, please download. I can't say enough about that booklet. Oh my goodness, please download the booklet. Now, if you're like me and you like all the pretty colors, but you don't have the printer to do all the pretty colors, just send it to Walgreens and they'll print it for like $2 with all of the pretty, Walgreens, and they'll do it like within an hour. And so you just upload it and then send it to them and they'll print it for you. Okay. But I think that all of us will have to share recipes and stuff because I saw some really good ones and I can't wait to try them. So we'll see you. God bless you. Thank you for all that you do. And we will see you again. What's today? We'll see you again
tomorrow at 7.
Tomorrow at 7. All right. Bye-bye.
It's time for a change. Come and be transformed in His presence.
Some of the most amazing times happen when we're in the presence of the Lord. The Well wants to invite you to gatherings for the next 7 Sundays called Altar Encounters. In God's presence, let Him alter you, alter your response, alter your perspective, alter your ways, alter your relationship with Him. And it takes place at these encounters. Join us from now until February 19th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. You want to be there. Let God alter you.
These altar moments are personal. Come worship and put your life on the altar. Sundays 6 to 7:30 p.m. Childcare will not be provided. All children must be supervised.